right now, time to bring in the man who is just relaxing in the weather center with his feet up on the table and having a good time. Pat Pagano. Good morning, Pat.
And a good morning to you, Marshall. Good morning, everybody. Yep, weather is very, very, very calm. There's no doubt about it. There is nothing dramatic coming our way. I mean, there'll be a cool down on Sunday, but it lasts one day, and then it gets milder again next week. As far as showers, boy, they're far and few between. Not today, partly cloudy mid 70s, cloudy tonight 50, varying amounts of clouds on Friday mid 60s. Saturday, cloudy, I said late showers, doubt it, low 70s. And your Sunday, I think right now it's going to turn out to be partly cloudy and cool in the mid 50s. Your next best chance of showers coming sometime Monday and again on Tuesday. But even then, Marshall, whatever we get is going to be very insignificant.
Yeah, it's just going to be showers.
And insignificant. Don't see a lot. Just don't see a lot. So, the real dry pattern continues. Meanwhile, for the second storm in 3 days hitting the upper Midwest, and we're talking snow. And a lot of places in Wisconsin, Minnesota, the Dakotas will have double-digit snowfall by tomorrow on the ground.
Wow.
So, but that's not coming this way.
Well, that's good. We should eke this out as long as we can eke it out.
Well, yeah, pretty much, it's moving along the tracks I thought it would. So I'm not too concerned at this point. We'll just continue to watch it and see what happens. In the meantime, I am very sorry about the news with your sister. I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah, battled MS 20, 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And finally went to be at peace and at a better place yesterday afternoon. And like I said, because of COVID-19, of course, we couldn't go down to see her at all in the past since January, basically. Actually, not since January, but really February or March. And but at least her husband got her home, and she spent the last portion of her life at hospice at home. And I can tell you what, I give her husband he's a former military man, and I'll tell you what, he took care of her right to the end. Whenever you would call down there, he'd always answer the phone. When she was in the hospital, he'd always answer the phone. He just a saint on earth, and should be missed, and we'll hopefully somewhere down the road, when this all lifts, be able to recognize and celebrate her life with family and friends together.
I didn't know that you could actually die from MS.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's exactly the cause of her death.
Yes.
I just thought, I know it's a crippling disease, and it gets worse with time, but I didn't know that it would, get to that point. That's terrible. And here's another thing, now, where's the cure for that?
Yeah, sure. And she also, remember, she was in the hospital at the time with COVID-19 and was diagnosed with that, and then went into isolation. She got out of that. So it's like I said, it's just another complication that COVID-19 puts.
Right.
And we're not the only family. Every family that has a death in the family, whether it's related to COVID-19 or not, you just can't honor people in the way that and recognize their lives like we're used to doing. So that's the frustrating part about it. So
it really is. It really is. Yeah. I totally agree. Hopefully, this thing will be, hearsay. By this time next year. At least that's the only thing we could hope for at this point. I mean, it would be nice earlier, but who's to say, Who's to say what will happen, and who's to say even if they come out with a vaccine in January, if that vaccine, number one, will prove good against the virus, and how long it will take for every American to get it. I heard an forecast yesterday that it would be not until next summer when everybody would get vaccinated.
It's around 300 million vaccinations to start. I mean, that's just think about it. 300 million vaccinations. That's good. It takes a long time.
It takes a long time. Yeah.
And that's once they get the safe vaccine, and that's once convincing people now to actually take it. So.
Right. Yeah, because everybody's going to be skeptical about that. Well, the magic question is, are you, Mr. Marshall Miles, going to be tuning in to watch?
No.
You're not going to watch the final debate?
No.
You'll just wait till, like me, you'll wait till tomorrow morning and look at the highlights on the internet.
I also know who I'm voting for. I think most people that are tuning in to watch the debate know who they're voting for. I think people that are actually on the fence and aren't sure, yeah, you should tune in and watch the debate. But why sit there and let your blood pressure boil for no reason?
Yeah.
I'm not even watching the Giants versus Philadelphia because I don't want to watch my blood boil possibly watching the Giants lose. Never mind watching a political debate.
Right.
So no, I'll see what happens in the morning, and I'll wake up refreshed with a nice night's sleep and go from there. I mean,
it's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah, but one thing I'll say, the more of these special things I watch on TV, these movies and these, I'll tell you what, Disney is doing just a bang up job about putting them out some good movies back to back to back to back. I mean, if they were in theaters, they'd be raking in the dough. I mean, huge dough. Mulan. Now they've got the one about clouds. What was the other Disney one before that, which was really great? They've just had a string of them, and then of course they had the Avengers. And then you've got the Mandalorian. I mean, there's some incredible stuff that's going on TV. And if you're a science fiction fan, if you're an action fan, if you're a fan of just about anything, you can find a quality type movie or series. And that's what I've been filling my time with there, Pat. That's what we've been doing.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have that much time to, especially during the week, to watch TV. But on the weekends, now that I'm home, I will. But I got a little email yesterday saying that my new weather system that you and I had discussed this week should be arriving tomorrow. So if it arrives tomorrow, I'm making plans to get that installed Saturday because there's nothing to do. As you probably read, this Tempest weather system is self-contained. It works on AI. There's no moving parts, and all you need to do if you're going to put it on a mast is mount the 1-inch mast. You know, it mounts right on top of it. Put the pole up and connect your Wi-Fi. It has a little Wi-Fi that goes inside, and then download the app, and you're done.
And you can also, if you've got a big deck on the back of your house and you know it's clear, there's not many trees around, you can actually put it on your deck as long as it doesn't get direct sun.
Right. I don't have that. I have a patio, so that's out. I'm going to mount it on the side of my house. There are trees around it, so I know I'm not going to get the most accurate wind speed, but everything else I will. Everything else will be accurate. So, and it wasn't that much money, and I'm just dying to see how it operates because didn't you think it was fascinating how that thing works on AI?
Yeah, and also how inexpensive it was. It wasn't it like a couple $100?
It's $329.
$329, all right.
But they are offering a 10% discount right now with free shipping. So if you were to do it now, you're talking $296.
Yeah,
which is not a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, like I said, let me know how it works. Who knows?
Yeah, I'll let you know how it works. And when you get your stimulus check, you could buy it.
My stimulus check. Oh gosh, that stimulus check. That thing was gone the minute it came.
Yeah, unfortunately, and we don't know when the next one's coming, do we?
No, we don't. Someone's calling you.
Oh yeah, it's probably a wrong number. You know, I get at least 5 times a day. I get a call from Google telling me that I have to update my account.
All right. Hey, go update your account. I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Take care, Pat.
Bye, Marshall.
Pat Pagano in the Weather Center this morning with a check on our tri-state forecast here on Robin Hood Radio.